Okay, today we are going to continue our new chapter, chapter 5, which we call as analysis of variance ataupun dia punya biasa kita panggil adalah ANOVA. Okay, ataupun nama lain dia adalah ANOVA, analysis of variance. Okay, the analysis of variance is a test of difference in mean. The analysis is called analysis of variance because the variability of all observation in experiment is divided into two sources. Okay, one source is the variability between groups and the other variability within each group. Okay, kalau awak ingat lagi, topik kita yang sebelum ni adalah hypothesis testing. Kita ada one population and two population, right? Okay, so we make the comparison between the two population. Okay, we focus on if we have two population mean. Okay, so bila kita ada two population mean, kita boleh guna specifically in yang independent sample tu lah. Okay, yang kita ada, if we have two independent group, okay, kita boleh guna Z dan T, betul tak? Okay, untuk analysis of variance ni pula, dia specifically is more to population if we want to compare more than two population, which means that kalau kita ada 3, start from 3 population dan kita nak compare their means, so the suitable way is by using analysis of variance instead of by using either Z or T test. Okay, so that is the difference between analysis of variance and the hypothesis testing yang kita buat sebelum ni lah. Okay, so specifically analysis of variance is when we want to compare more than two population mean. Okay, which means start from 3. Okay, so for this topic, okay, we are deal with the experimental design. Okay, so there are two experimental design yang awak akan belajar. First we call as CRD, completely randomized design, and the other one is randomized complete block design. Okay, okay, under CRD ataupun completely randomized design, okay, there are only one test lah yang kita akan gunakan, yang mana kita panggil sebagai one way ANOVA. And then under RCBD, randomized complete block design, there are two types. First kita ada two-way ANOVA, and the other one is two-way ANOVA with interaction. Okay, after this I will explain what is CRD, RCBD, one way and two way tu ya. Okay, so basically untuk analysis of variance ni ada 3 lah yang bawah ni yang awak akan tengok. So kita ada one way ANOVA, two way ANOVA, two way ANOVA with interaction. Okay, now I will explain to you what is actually CRD, completely randomized design, and randomized complete block design. Okay, untuk yang pertama tu, CRD, completely randomized design. Okay, for example, suppose a teacher want to compare 3 different teaching method, method A, method B, and method C. We want to see the effect of the method on the student score on the examination. Okay, this one is very straightforward. Apa yang kita nak compare tu, okay, what is your main interest adalah we want to compare the teaching method. We have 3 teaching methods. Okay, means that kita apply 3 different methods on the 3 different group of student, katakan. Okay, so we have method A, method B, and method C. Okay, for example, we want to see the effect of the method on the student score on the examination. Then we have 27 students in the class, and thus we will assign 9 students to each method. Okay, so untuk CRD, let's say kita ada method A, B, and C. Okay, so untuk method A kita apply pada 9 orang student, method B for example 9 student, method C also 9 student. Okay, so how we assign the 3 method to 9 different student ni. Okay, kita akan buat dia secara random. Okay, that's why dia dipanggil completely randomized design. Okay, so and then bila kita dah assign setiap student tu kepada to their respective teaching method, okay, and then kita akan write ataupun kita akan collect the score of the student during the examination. So itu adalah contoh untuk CRB. Okay, now let's take a look into randomized complete block design. Okay, RCBD. Okay, kita guna contoh yang sama tapi kita extend sikit. Okay, for the same comparison between 3 different teaching method A, B, C. Suppose the 27 students have different IQ level, low, medium and high. Okay, kalau CRD tadi, student tu kita tak groupkan dia according to the IQ level. Okay, we just choose randomly 9 student that will be assigned of method A, 9 student method B, method C. But untuk completely randomized block design ni pula, okay, yang 9 orang student tu tadi, kita akan groupkan dia according to the IQ level. Okay, so untuk RCBD kita ada kita nak compare teaching method tu kan. Teaching method, and then ada satu lagi factor, another factor yang mana kita panggil block. Okay, so another method which is IQ level. Okay, so in the simple way, CRD tu ada satu factor sahaja yang kita interested to make a study. Okay, contohnya tadi tu teaching method lah. But for RCBD, kita ada the main factor ataupun main interest kita, which is we want to compare the teaching method but according to the IQ level. Okay, for example, the IQ level tu pula, okay, kalau teaching method tadi kita ada A, B and C. IQ level kita ada low, medium and high. Low, medium and high. Okay, so nanti let's say okay, kalau kita tengok kat statement ni, suppose the 27 student have different IQ level. There are 9 student for low, 9 student for medium and 9 student for high IQ level. So untuk setiap IQ level tu kita akan test on one method of each type will be used on each of the 3 IQ level. Okay, so the illustration is like this. Okay, let's say kita ada teaching method A, B and C. A, B and C. Okay, so untuk setiap teaching method ni kita akan ada 9 student, betul tak? 9 student. Sebab kita ada total of 27 student. Okay, so untuk method A akan ada 3 student that have low IQ level, 3 student that have medium and 3 student that have high IQ level. Same goes to teaching method B, 3 low, 3 medium and 3 high. And also teaching method C, 3 low, 3 medium and 3 high. Okay, but the susunan dalam ni adalah kita perlu buat dia secara random lah. Okay, so look at the third paragraph. When the experimental unit or subject of the experiment are randomly assigned treatment, then the treatment is called completely randomized design. When the experimental unit are put into group or block of the same size as the treatment level, then the member of each block are randomly assigned to the different treatment group. The design is called completely randomized block design. Cuma kita kena make sure untuk teaching method A tu ada ketiga-tiga different IQ level of student tu lah. Okay, but the process we conduct secara random. Okay, that's why we call it as randomized complete block design. Okay, ingat untuk CRD kita hanya ada satu factor saja. Untuk RCBD we have our main factor which is teaching method, and then kita ada satu lagi factor yang kita introduce, which we call it as blocking. Okay, for this case we use IQ level. Okay, another terms that you should know for this topic is factors and level. Okay, factors is a characteristic under consideration thought to influence the observation. Okay, apa yang kita nak main interest kita atau faktor yang kita nak kaji sebenarnya. Okay, kalau contoh tadi tu adalah teaching method. That teaching method yang kita nak tengok ada beza tak di antara method A, B and C. Okay, ataupun kita nak tengok contoh, is there any difference between another example. Let's say we want to compare if we have 4 different brand of laptop, katakan, let's say. Okay, so tu maksudnya factor dia lah. Okay, another one, let's say we want to compare, if we have 5 different hospital 1 up to hospital 5, so we want to compare the mean between these 5 hospital. Okay, and then the second terms that you should know is level. What is level? Level is a value of the factor. Okay, let's say tadi saya kata brand of laptop. Okay, itu factor dia. Level dia pula kita ada 4 brand of laptop. So 4 adalah value of the factor. Okay, now under CRD first, kita ada one-way analysis of variance. So kita masuk dulu one-way analysis of variance. Okay, this one is the simplest analysis of variance. The interest of analysis is to compare differences in mean among more than 2 groups, which means that it start from 3 group lah. Okay, consider the following 2 situation. An ice cream manufacturer is testing 3 new flavor. Okay, bricks baked with 4 different baking temperatures are being tested for strength. Okay, so ni contoh untuk one-way ANOVA lah, one-way analysis of variance. Okay, so untuk contoh yang pertama, kita ada 3 new flavor. So kita nak compare whether this 3 new flavor ni ada beza atau tidak. Okay, the second example, 4 different baking temperature. Let's say for example 10 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius. So is there any difference between these 4 temperatures? Okay, ada satu lagi yang saya tertinggal. Okay, saya nak masukkan kat sini respond variable. Okay, respond variable tu paling senang nak ingat lah kan. Okay, kalau awak diberi data yang kita recordkan tu on contoh kita nak contoh yang tadi teaching method tu kan, kita recordkan score on the examination. So score yang kita record, katanya kita tulis tu adalah kita punya respond variable. Okay, soalan kan dia suka tanya identify the factor, level and the response variable for the given question. Okay, so ingat what is response variable? Data apa yang kita collect on that factor yang kita nak study tu. Okay, kalau masa so masa lah response variable dia. Kalau score, dia punya response variable is score. Apa yang kita calculate atau apa yang kita record, that is response variable. Okay, next thing yang awak kena ingat adalah what are the assumption should be satisfied when applying one-way ANOVA. So ada 3 assumption untuk ANOVA. First, each of the group must be random sample from normal population. Yang kedua, population variance must be equal. And third, observation are independent. Okay, senang je nak ingat, dia mestilah normal, variance are equal, and then dia mestilah independent. So, to test on ANOVA, kita masih menggunakan teknik dalam hypothesis testing, which is the 5 step. Okay, step yang pertama, we state the hypothesis. So, our null hypothesis is mu1 equals to mu2 equals to mu3 up to mu k. And H1 at least 2 means different. Benda ni fix. So contoh kalau tadi kita nak compare teaching method, so so dia ada 3 sajalah, mu1 equal to mu2 equals to mu3. So just stop kat situ je lah. Okay, and then H1 kita at least 2 means different. Yang tu memang fix. So kalau awak nak compare 4 groups, ada 4, so mu1 equals to mu2 equals to mu3 equals to mu4. Okay, and then yang kedua, test statistik. Apa yang kita nak guna kat sini? Kita akan gunakan F. Okay, F is mean square treatment bahagi dengan mean square error. Okay, step yang ketiga, critical value. So critical value dia ada F alpha, K minus 1 and minus K, where K is the degree of freedom for the numerator of F ratio, and N minus K is the degree of freedom for the denominator of F ratio. Kita apa nanti kita akan tengok based on the ANOVA table benda-benda ni semua. So the decision rule, we will reject H0 if F calculated ataupun our test statistic greater than our critical value. Okay, and then we come up with a decision and conclusion. If H0 is rejected, this indicates that there is significant difference between the group mean. Maksudnya ada beza lah di antara contoh teaching method tadi, teaching method A, B and C, maksudnya dia tak sama, ada beza lah. Okay, if H0 is not rejected, this indicate that there is no significant difference between the group mean. Maksudnya dia sama semuanya. Okay, so alternatively, you also can use a p-value approach if you are given the p-value. Okay, yang ni lagi simple, lagi mudah lah sebenarnya. So if you are using p-value approach, the only decision rule is reject H0 if p-value less than alpha. Okay, so basically this all the calculation that we need that involved in ANOVA, analysis of variance. Okay, don't worry. Actually, you don't have to calculate all this value. Okay, it was already given in the question. Okay, basically apa yang perlu buat adalah biasanya adalah untuk melengkapkan ANOVA table. But for the purpose of knowledge, okay, for the purpose of understanding, awak kena tahu lah how the value are calculated. Okay, so this is the how ANOVA table looks like for one-way ANOVA. Okay, so after all the calculation has been done, the calculation will be summarized into a table called ANOVA table. Okay, so if you look at this table, first column we have source of variation, next we have sum of square, next we have degree of freedom, mean square and F column. Okay, so for source of variation, the treatment is referring to the factor that we are interested to study. Okay, for example, teaching method. So the treatment here are referring to the teaching method. Okay, and then we have source of error and source of total. Okay, next I will show you how this calculation will conduct. Okay, and then we have sum of square treatment, sum of square error and sum of square total. Okay, for the column of degree of freedom, okay, if you look at this formula, the formula is K minus 1. Okay, so let's say you have a main factor, which is teaching method. You have 3. So the degree of freedom for the treatment is 3 minus 1. Okay, that is meant by the degree of freedoms. And then for the degree of freedom of error, okay, this one is N minus K. So capital N here is referring to the number of observation. So number of observation minus level of the factor N minus K. Okay, and then the degree of freedom of total is number of observation minus 1, N minus 1. Okay, and then look at this column for mean square column. Okay, so MSTR, the formula is given by SSTR divided by K minus 1. Okay, so kalau nak senang ingat, untuk mean square ni, okay, cara nak dapat value dia adalah column sum of square ni kita bahagi dengan degree of freedom. Okay, that's column, this one is column number 2, this one is column number 3, right? Okay, so untuk this column, cara dia adalah column number 2 bahagi dengan column number 3. So SSTR divided by K minus 1, kita dapat MSTR. And then for MSE, sama jugalah. SSE divided by N minus K. Column number 2 divided by column number 3, so we get MSE. And then for value of F, okay, untuk F, formula dia this one. MSTR bahagi dengan MSE. MS treatment divided by MSE. Okay. So why you should know how to complete this table, because the question will asking you to complete the ANOVA table. So you have to know how the value are get. Okay. But remember, sometimes column number 2 can be degree of freedom. Okay, dia boleh tukar lah. Kadang-kadang dia bagi kat column number 2 ni degree of freedom. Kadang-kadang dia bagi sum of square. Tapi formula dia mesti ingat ya, sum of square divide by degree of freedom, kita akan dapat mean square.